At just 22, Hilda Wangechi Kimani, fondly known as Keshi, is shaking things up at Mean Machine RFC, one of Kenya's most storied rugby clubs, where she serves as team manager. In a space where few women lead, Keshi's results are speaking for themselves. Grounded, sharp, and deeply invested in her players' welfare, Keshi is proving that leadership isn't about age or gender, it's about purpose. This is her story of resilience, belonging, and breaking barriers. So let's kick off. Hello, and welcome to African Women's Rugby Stories. I'm your host, Nekesa Were, and this episode is a very special one for me, not just because my guest, Keshi, is such a bright light, but then also because Mean Machine, which is where Keshi is from, is where I got my rugby journey started. If you've watched our episode 1 or if you've read my blog, you know that it was at Mean Machine that I began to understand the game, that I made great connections, and I would say has more or less made me the kind of rugby administrator that I am today. So a very special one for me. Keshi, welcome.
Thank you.
I am wearing my Mean Machine t-shirt as well, which is almost as old as you, actually. I think maybe 18, 20 years old. I think I was trying to figure out today when I got it, and I think it was like 2007, 2008, maybe even earlier. Oh. So this t-shirt is like your age. It used to be black. It's now grey. Okay. But I really wanted to embrace the moment, having two women associated with Mean Machine on a podcast. So I wanted to dress the part. And welcome.
Thank you.
So your story, you've gotten some love from the press. Your story has been covered in mainstream media. But maybe for anyone that hasn't gotten a chance to read it yet, and we'll link to it on this video, tell us about your journey into rugby, because it wasn't that you're at University of Nairobi and so naturally went into rugby. There was a lot of stuff that happened before that. Mm-hmm. Yeah.
So, most of you have read it. So I was in basketball. I used to play basketball. Then things happened. I could no longer play. And my coach back then, Coach Busu, he said that he noticed I'm more of a manageable kind of person. So and the way I treat people and make them feel at home, and there's a way that I work around everything in the team. So he said, I think you'd make a good team manager. Mm-hmm. Then by then I was like, team manager? You're already tu nisicheze. But anyway, yeah, so I began there. Then within 4 or 5 months, then they told me to also join the basketball men. So I was managing 2 teams, the UN basketball ladies and men. So within time, there's someone in the sports department who noticed my work. Then it just came one day. Then I was like, I see basketball is going on so fine. What is the secret? Then our coach was like, we have a good team manager. Mm-hmm. Then he was like, where is he? There's it's not a he, it's a she. And she's just behind you. Oof. Yeah, so then I thought I'll be launched to rugby for 2 months, help with the management, then I'll be back. Mm-hmm. At first I was like, rugby. With all the stories I was hearing about rugby, I'm like,
do I want to be associated?
No, yeah. No. So it took time. I was like, no. Then during that period, a friend of mine came to Nairobi. The father is a rugby coach in high school. Mm-hmm. So he told me, let's go to a rugby tournament. It was Kabiberi by then. It was on a Saturday. I'm like, kufanya nini? I don't even know the game, but I don't feel like it. So on Sunday, she came and I'm like, I've already bought you the ticket. We are going. So we went. And then I really had fun. I was like, this is what I was missing. So by the time I was going back now on Monday, then coach was telling me, what have you thought about it? Will you go to rugby? I'm like, okay, I'll go. Mm-hmm. Then I just joined, talked to the captain, the coach back then who was just coming in, the assistant coach. And then I was like, let me just try it out. And then the good thing, they were going on tour.
Drifted, of course. Good timing.
Yeah, good timing for me. So, it was fun. I was like, okay, 2 months, I'll do it. Then within time, they said, no, you're not leaving. You're stuck here.
Yeah.
So I had to say bye basketball. So yeah, so
Yeah.
that was it.
But just to take you back just a little bit, so you said stuff happened, but one of the things that happened was an injury, right? How do you transition from a player into team management? Is there stuff that you're missing about being an active athlete?
Well, I wouldn't say I miss it because of my reasons.
Yeah.
Okay, there are a lot of things that were happening back then. Before, because also for basketball, there was a transition from some other coach to this new coach now who spotted me. So the previous technical bench wasn't that good. Yeah, they are the coaches who like make you think twice about. I'm stressed about class. I want to like go to the field, and I'm like, am I ready? Nah, no need.
Yeah.
Yeah, so that was it also. Because I feel like I had a lot of things happening in my personal life. Then thinking I should go on coach, and then other things, I'm like, nah.
Yeah.
You're not ready for that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Actually, that's what you brought up is I mean, that's very powerful because sometimes you don't appreciate that as an athlete. Even when you're showing up on the pitch, it's not just about being physically fit.
Yeah.
It's also about being mentally there.
Yeah.
And when the two aren't working, then you begin to see that in the way that an athlete is performing.
Yeah, totally.
Yeah. What are some of the things that you tried to do to support yourself? What kind of support did you seek to support yourself, with the issues that you're going through?
Before, in the beginning, I used to like seclude myself in a lot of things, but at some point it was working for me. But later on, at some point when you pile up things, you'll crash out.
Yeah.
So, okay, good thing and a bad thing about it. By the time I was crashing out, it's when I just joined rugby, and then I met someone like Leon Young, who really helped me out through it all.
Just for anyone that doesn't know Leon, what does he do?
Well, you've ever heard of Mind Fitty, Game Fitty?
Yeah.
That is Leon Young for you. Like, I feel he really puts people first before him, and is a very big advocate about mental health. Yeah.
Yeah. And I mean, I know Leon as well. He was a member of Kenya Harlequins.
Yeah.
Sadly, very recently announced, his retirement because of, injuries and health reasons. But you're right, he does put people first and is very empathetic in the way that he comes into conversations. And obviously, what he's running, Mind Fitty, Game Fitty, talking about player wellness.
Sure.
And the stigma around athletes and mental illness, and making it safe, creating safe spaces, I think, for athletes to talk about the challenges that they're facing. So definitely appreciate that about him.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because when talking to him, I think he was supposed to go to basketball too, because I feel that was an area of weakness, because I've never seen such a thing in basketball. So I was saying he should totally take that to there.
Yeah.
Yeah. Because I've seen players get an injury, and then his life totally changed. And then you're like, hey, what happened to you? Like, bro, I went through an injury, everyone left me, and I was back alone. You see this thing of, I have friends. When you get an injury and you're all alone in that bed, so when you realize, kumbe ilikuwa to hype, all fans and stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah, where are they right now?
That's when life becomes real. When you're injured and you're going through something so difficult, and then you understand who's really there for you and who's not. And also the role that the game and your club play for you, I think. Yeah, I would definitely encourage him to go into other sports. It's I think that campaign is definitely needed across the country and across sports as well. Okay. So your early 20s, you've gotten into rugby. Did you know some of the players already, or were they seeing you for the first time?
I knew some of them.
Okay.
Yeah. That's at some point, that's why it was easy for me. Actually, before I joined, there's a player who was taken by another team. I won't mention the name. So by the time I was getting that call up, I called him and I'm like, hey, nimeambiwa ni join machine. What do you think? I'm actually, that will be a very positive thing.
Yeah.
You just go. I'm like, okay. Because by the era I was playing, most of the people I knew in rugby, they had gone to other teams already. But there are few of them who are still there because the rugby players at some point, but the coach during that time was like sending them to basketball pitch. Go borrow those people balls. You can't hold your ball, and then they come. They come take our basketball. They use them. So I think that interaction, and then weekends maybe sometimes we're told to just go watch their games. But then I didn't understand rugby, so we were just going since coach has said go support rugby.
Yeah,
and we just go sit. You're not getting what is happening. You're just there.
Yeah.
We are basketball. We have to like support rugby. Always.
Yes. Yeah. Okay. So now fast forward, like you're saying, you're at Kabeberi, you've attended Sunday, and you're wondering, what is this thing that I wasn't a part of
Yeah,
before?
you feel like ungeni convince vizuri. Yeah.
So now you're falling in love with the game, and you're now team manager of Mean Machine. But I imagine it's still a different ball game. It's a men's club, and you've come in and you found. I mean, there's a way that things are working. Even if it wasn't perfect, there's a way that things are working. There's a way that the team is relating to each other.
Yeah.
Did you find that it was easy for you to jump in, or did you need to earn their trust? What was that experience for you starting to work with them?
Funny thing, I think for me, I always say things were easy for me. Luckily, things were very easy for me. But the time I was joining, so when I was a team manager back then, I also used to help players with their injuries and stuff. So by the time I was joining, and then the medic by then was also a student, so she was busy sometimes. So in between, I used to help the players. And at some point, they thought I'm a physio. Actually...
Even I thought you were a physio.
Yeah, actually, a lot of people thought I'm a physio. So people were like, Daktari. And I'm like, let me see Daktari. And I was like, no, enough is enough. If you're saying I'm Daktari, fine.
Yeah.
I'll just go by. Okay, yes. So, yeah, I think that knowledge of knowing how to perform first aid and what... during but I feel like that is part of something a team manager should know. Because if your medic's not there, and then a player gets injured, so you're going to watch your player and they're like, what's next?
Yeah.
So I think it's a plus for me that I knew how to work with injuries. So
Yeah, it's I mean, you say that matter of factly, if you're a team manager, you should know how to deal with medical issues, but that's not what it is.
Sure.
Sometimes because teams are structured in a way that there's always, they are resourced in a way that there's always going to be, a physio and a team manager. But then other times it might be a team manager who just does not want to do anything beyond their scope. It's like, this is a thing I'm meant to do and catch me dead, doing this other thing. But watching you're very hands-on and you're also very vocal. And it's quite something to work with any team, let alone a men's team. So I'm just curious, how do you assert yourself in a rugby club, as someone that's just coming into the game and you've basically been told, here's the new thing, here's your new challenge. And so now, as much as you knew the players, you need to reintroduce yourself as a team manager.
Of course, yeah.
And the team manager is really the person that runs the club. So how do you do it?
For quite some time, it wasn't certain who I am in the team. So even some players were confused, who is she? Some are assistant TM, others physio. And I was just watching the confusion. Because before then, there were people in those positions,
Yes.
Yeah, and I was assisting both ways. So I was I'll just give it time. I was just working behind the scenes, helping in everything. So I was just moving silently. And then there's this time I felt I'm really overdoing, I'm overstretching. Because at some point, you see, a coach will call me and then you need to do this and this. I'm there's someone in that position, but I'll still have to do it. And then eventually, as I was told by Nyang one day, someone is always watching. You never know, but someone is always watching. So so when I went for my 4th year field work, after it was a 3 weeks thing. So during the time I was there, got a call and I was told, hey, unarudi lini? When Jua, you're coming back, you're the main team manager from now henceforth. I'm like, hey, I don't have a say in this. I'm like, nah.
Mm-hmm.
You've proved to us like you really work and you mean whatever you say. So I was like, okay, fine.
Yeah.
I'm up for the position.
Yeah. So it really was that over time you had earned the trust of the team.
Yeah.
That they were willing to involve you more and give you
Yeah.
more responsibility.
Yeah.
Fantastic. So I was watching you. I was watching you. It was at Embu Sevens.
Oh.
Yeah. And that was when, after watching you, I was then just like, you know what, absolutely, this woman has to be on my podcast. And I think it was, to some extent, seeing myself in you, just because many years ago, well, I wasn't team manager or doing, physio duties, but I was very much involved, in the club. And so watching you was very nostalgic, and you have this there's no jokes.
Yeah.
Whereas the team needs to be doing this, and so on. I could tell, just by watching you. And it seems as though with your guidance, and I'm sure other stuff happening as well, this last season was a good season for Mean Machine. What do you think was the root of that?
Okay, by the time I was joining also, before there's like a drift with the old boys actually, but they came back. So they brought in coaches and some bit of support system. That has really helped because now we have a head coach who's always like there. Before, like you'd see sometimes the last 7 circuit, actually it was a fellow player who was coaching.
Player coach.
Imagine.
Yeah.
So I think by the time they were coming back, they came with a lot of support system. So that bringing us a coach was a big plus for us. Yeah. It has really helped, and you can see. And we are getting there.
Yeah. The Mean Machine, the old boys of Mean Machine, I got to interact with them, while I was involved with the club. And, I'd have to say they're very well-meaning. And there's many of them. This is the thing. There's many of them all waiting to engage or already engaging. I remember even the last, our first chairman of the Kenya Rugby Union, Sasha Mtai, is an old boy of Mean Machine. One of the directors, Mkabane, is also an old boy of Mean Machine. So there's people definitely still involved with the game and wanting the best for Mean Machine, and also people who aren't directly involved, also just wanting to support the club. And I'm happy to hear from you that they've re-engaged. And so you've said there's now a coach. What else have the old boys supported so far?
During the weekends, like for games, they give us like some money for supplies and for fruits. But we like, I'd expect them to more from them actually, because we really need a lot. Since now we have like double the players, and right now the school isn't supporting that much, so we really expect like so much from them, because most of them are very much connected, very much. So they come in form also mentorship, like because there's some time back I had a story, someone left a whole scholarship to go for something else. That person wasn't like well informed, like so you'd go because you had maybe my cousin is in this school, and then we like telling you come play for us, and then this and this. But at the end of the day, you've left something so big because you didn't know like it can bring you something like bigger later on. Because people are so focused like in rugby, you forget at the end of the day you need these books and the papers. What if you get injured?
That's true.
And then what next?
That's true.
Yeah.
And I'm going to come back to that just now. But there's something you said about the old boys around, so there's the coach, and then they're reconnecting with the club. It would be great to have opportunities for mentorship. What are the players saying about that interaction? Have you personally seen the current players interacting with the old boys, or have you heard them talk about those interactions?
Yeah, so they're more of, we've had they're helping us in this way and this way, but we really need more of not just hearing about them, they show up. Like, we need to see you. These are the people, like, okay, a few of them have been showing up, which we appreciate, but we need more of them there. Direct contact with the players, because if they see like this is now the current director in Mini and you just don't hear about it, like that one-on-one interaction. Sometimes it's good.
Yeah. Have you met any of the old boys?
Well, yeah, some of them.
Who did you meet? Do you remember who they were?
How they call it, it's pod, but the pod, the ones who came with our coach. Now that is those ones are the one I know, but the alumni, those old ones, I don't know.
The old ones?
Yeah,
you mean my friends?
Yeah, your friends.
Okay.
I haven't met most of them.
Okay, that's interesting. But I think I can definitely say that they are around.
Yeah, they are.
And they are interested. And what you see and the old boys that you're interacting with, I think some of the wind under their sails is actually these other old boys that maybe you aren't seeing.
Yeah, sure.
And I totally get what you're saying. I saw some photos from Wazee Vijana game a few months ago, and I'm like, which Wazees are these?
Yeah, I know,
These
right?
ones that I watched growing up.
Imagine, so those ones are the ones you're used to. So imagine the gist of them.
Yeah. Okay. So if you had an audience, like your T-shirt says, established 1977. So that old boys alumni is huge and goes back decades.
Yeah.
If you could meet someone that played in 77, 80, what would you tell them?
I think whatever the legacy they created is still like living and is a good thing. You see, basically when you go somewhere and they're like, you're the TM, back then the machine. So they really made a big legacy, and being part of machine, as much as you're not back there yet, it created a really big impact. So that's heads up you get when you're like part of machine. So it's one thing I'm very proud of, like being part of this movement that is way bigger than me.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. I'm going to promise on my podcast that I'm going to introduce you to some of the older Mean Machine old boys, because they need to know who's basically running their club now. And you deserve to meet them. I think that interaction will be very valuable for you and very validating for you. And I think that you'll enjoy it because they're amazing people.
Okay.
Yeah.
Because I think in like 2 years' time, 2027, we'll be now 50.
You have a point.
Yeah.
And there must be a party.
Yeah, a really big one. Because kukubwa sana.
Yeah. So I helped plan a couple. I don't know how many they've had since I left, but I helped plan a couple of Mean Machine parties. One of them was by the pool. I don't know if the university pool still functions. It was somewhere upstairs near the... Yes. So it was like a poolside bash. And we had lots of drinks and old boys from all generations. And the current players then were there as well. It was a fantastic evening of guys just getting to interact with each other. And I also organized a fundraiser for kit for the team.
Yeah.
And it happened by accident. What had happened was I wanted to host a dinner for the club. And the intention was that, you know how when you sell a ticket to a dinner, there's always a markup
Sure.
to meet other costs. And then also maybe that's the fundraiser. So the markup is meant to go back to the club or whatever. So that was my plan. And we had this fantastic dinner. I can't remember what the place was called, but it was owned by a guy who's an Impala. I think he's an Impala alumni now.
Okay.
So anyway, towards the end of the evening, one of the old boys stands up and he says, "Okay, gents, let's do what we came for. And like, wait, what did we come for?
Yeah.
We
That
came
was
to
the
eat,
dinner.
and we're
Yeah.
done. And then he just activates the guests, he activates the old boys, and suddenly there's a fundraiser for KIT. And guys are pledging and guys are paying like this. Literally, we weren't doing M-Pesa by
Yeah.
then. So guys are like giving cash and giving checks. And I think we collected enough for like 2 sets of KIT.
Wow.
And I was not expecting it. But I looked back on that evening and it was like, these guys actually just need for a trigger. They
Yeah.
need a reason. They need an opportunity,
Yeah, sure.
to give to the club, But I think they also need a club to give to, And so no one's going to give to a club that doesn't know itself.
Yeah,
There's
sure.
no head, there's no tail, is not performing well or has no desire to perform well. And so I imagine that the old boys, now that they're re-engaging, must have felt a door open, from the current team. What do you feel are some of those needs? I mean, you mentioned some, like mentorship, but what do you feel are some of those, what the players desire? That if the old boys were to come in today, this is where we should begin.
I think I'd say the key part is, I know there's a way they trigger back the scholarships to the players. Because if you see these other campuses, they're winning because of scholarships.
Yeah.
For us, we've gotten like some players fresh from high school, but within a period of time, they're gone. You see them in another like college, and you're like, "Hey, what happened?" And then you hear they got a full scholarship. There's no way you'd go like to your end, and you're not getting something in return, and you already have another offer. Also, your parent will be like, "Aye, this is a burden off me."
Yeah.
So I think if there could be a way, I think that was happening actually in basketball. The oldies were helping like support with the school fees of some of the players, the upkeep, Because for right now, I think I've seen severally our coach go back to his pocket to like support few players. And of course, for him, he has a family and other things. So I think at some point, he won't, of course, say it, but I feel like at some point it's draining for him. So I think if they really help us, because there's a way I'd created a whole budget at some point back, because I went during this off season. Because you see, if there's this off season, the school like is closed, there's not that much support you get.
Yeah.
So and then you're here, and your parent is like, you're supposed to be at home right now. And then you want to say that you're playing, and then you want me to like send you money and stuff. So so I was creating like that program where they could like maybe give them food, like breakfast and supper. You see, at some point that could help. But yes, you have the budget, you have everything planned up, but pesa ndo inaongea. Money talk. So I think that is the key part about helping the scholarships and upkeep for some players, because they really need it.
And I think that is so getting more players able to learn. I think is key to getting Machine back to where it was.
Sure.
Because back then, you were a university student. And you knew that you were working towards graduating to make a better life for yourself. But the time that you spent at the university, it molded you. And the relationships that you made were lifelong relationships. I mean, the old boys, they share photos of them playing together and them still hanging out and still liking each other now. And that doesn't come by accident. That comes by building that kind of culture, which really starts from being at the university. And I think if we could get to where we're able to support, the Mean Machine players to get these scholarships and other things that keep them in university, then that lays a very solid foundation for the team to do a lot better and for the players individually also to do a lot better.
Yeah, because if they really do that, we won't be like finding ourselves every other time we have to start afresh. Like the new players every other time. Because if you see for these other ones, they work with contract. So you won't lose players in between. For us, we have like that. We get like players go, you get an opportunity, you just go, because you're like, at the end of the day, I won't hold you back, because I feel like that's a burden off you.
Yeah.
So I feel like I'll support you. Just go there.
That's true.
Yeah, it works better for you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So you'd said something, Ali. You said that the numbers have increased. I'm curious what caused that.
I think this time around, vijana walisoma. Yeah, because we have like several first years actually, and then funny thing, I don't understand how that happened. We have like several also second years and third years. So I'm like, you're coming back. What happened when you're in first year? Where were you? You didn't know about machine or something? But they're like, they had friends, and then most of their friends, they went to USIU, Strathmore. So for them, they're also trying to chase going there. And then maybe you find that the scholarships are all done. Then you're like, all my friends are gone. Should I like join this team or what? But at some point, they started now coming back.
Okay.
Yeah.
Oh, that's
so
good to
we're finding
hear.
like the numbers are pretty much good.
Yeah. So now we just need to do something to keep them there.
Yeah, we need, of course, because we're not sure how long they'll be there. Maybe soon we'd hear something came up and then I'm off.
Yeah. How would you describe the Mean Machine culture now?
Well, for now, I'd say we are trying to rebuild into the culture back then. I think having many new faces and like few who are there from back then, there's still like some gap, I'd say. So, but if we keep on like having those bondings and stuff, I think it will be fully back.
So you now have that kind of stuff going on. Okay.
Yeah. So those several bonding, and I think the culture will be fully back, because it's still there, but not as much strong as it was like back then. Yeah.
Just out of curiosity, if you know, how is the captain picked?
Well,
I mean, so I'm just curious. I'm just really curious.
well, we have an election.
Okay. So there's a bunch of people that want to be captain, and everyone basically gives their campaign speech. And then the team picks.
Yeah, the team picks.
Huh. Interesting.
Yeah.
Has that worked out well?
Yeah, I did actually. It has,
Yeah.
because the current captain is really doing so much. I think actually the person who supports me the most is the captain. At some point we have our feuds and stuff, but
I mean, that's as it should be.
yeah.
Yeah, because if you're always thinking the same way.
Yeah. But for him, I think it has also like helped me as a person, because it has really changed him, became a better person, and the support, he really supports me most of the time. Even in the like when I make some decision, I'm like, where? Can you support kweli? He's always there like to back me up. Yeah.
You know, the foundations of a well-performing team, I think a core part of that foundation is the tech bench.
Yeah, totally.
You know, and the let's say the leadership. You know, and like we said before, I think this has been a good season. This last season was a good season for Mean Machine. You know, even made it to Tier 1 of the National 7 Circuit, Division 1 National 7 Circuit. You didn't stay there long, but at least mulikuwa.
Took a trophy. And there are more to come. Yeah.
Yes, I think it's a really good start, and it's a testament to having the right leadership.
Yeah.
And so I'm really happy to hear from you that you and the captain have found a great way of working.
Yeah.
Because ultimately how the tech bench works, how the exco works, if you have an exco, I think that also reflects on how the team performs, you know, on the pitch. Yeah. So what would you, what's your dream for Mean Machine?
For now, my dream is the goal of the team so far. Making it to Kenya Cup this season and maintaining it there. And of course, for the 7 circuits, they've won all the way.
Yes.
Yeah. We must, because that should be a major goal, because as I said, in 2027, we are 50. Yeah. So
Yes.
at least we'll have something also to celebrate about.
Yes,
Yeah.
absolutely. And other than the team playing well and getting there, and you guys as a tech bench doing your part and getting the team there, and perhaps the old boys also doing their part and supporting. And I think that's a fantastic goal, by the way. I think if we went to the old boys and we said, listen, in 2 years, this is where we want to be and this is how we need to get there, I think that they would rally support for it.
Yeah.
But other than that, do you think there's any other missing component that would get you there?
I think it isn't a missing thing, but I think that thing of bleeding blue that was there. Actually, I've seen it. They're not of course, the wazee that you know, but this wazee that
Yeah,
I
I'm
saw.
like, bleeding blue, what is
Yeah,
that?
by the time, like, let me tell you, I went for that Vets game, and I'm like, you didn't train. Like, you just came, they were just there, and they're like, oh, you will play. And then they emerge like winning. I'm
Yes.
like, how? Like,
Well,
how is it?
sometimes the ref helps. Who was the ref?
Msekile refa. Mkipigwa mnasema refa. But like, I feel like there's a way they gel in, like they still remember this person's weakness was this.
Yes.
So mshikie tackle, huyu atapiga run, this one, they still remember. So that means back then when they were playing, they really had this kind of bond that you're indeed bleeding, you're bleeding for each other. You never let your brother look bad. So I really saw it. And they won, I'm like, now I'm just train.
Yeah.
And you're still winning. Like, indeed, they really had something. So I'd really want to see what I saw in the vet with the boys.
Yeah. Yes. And I'm smiling. Did you watch the Legends game recently? Legends Cup. Kenya Legends versus.
I was busy with something with geology, so I didn't make it,
So it was a beautiful game to watch. And there are vets as well, obviously, for anyone who doesn't know. Kenya vets versus Uganda vets, that's the Legends Cup. It, like you're saying, they know each other. They understand each other's style of play. But what was even more beautiful for me to watch is that it's a selfless style of play. It's not any one person looking to be a star.
Yeah.
It's everyone looking to work as a team for the ultimate goal, which is to score the try and win.
Yeah.
And it was really that simple. It was about passing the ball to the person who you needed to pass the ball to and being there to support them.
Yeah.
That was all they did. And they thrashed Uganda. You know, them and their 40-something plus.
Yeah.
Yes.
Really good, yeah.
It was really beautiful to watch. And I think there's a lesson there that players today can learn from that kind of selflessness on the pitch and team spirit. Okay. So that's what you want for Mean Machine.
Yeah.
What do you want for yourself? You've just graduated. You're the newest geologist in town.
Yes.
But obviously, I assume you'll still be with the club, at least for the foreseeable future. But what do you want for yourself? What does Keshi want for herself now?
Well, the list is long.
We have time.
The list is long, but there's much that I want for me as a person. Like, already, like, I've grown in a certain way ever since I joined Machine. The thing, the comment I've ever gotten, like, when I'm soft, utawezana kweli, like, actually, you're quite soft. Ndio imenisaidia. Yeah, like, me working, like, in empathy and stuff. Ndio imekuwa, like, imefanya my leadership style ikakuwa so different. Like, I work in serving, of course. And that being, like, the feminine energy in that, like, club, at some point, it has, like, really helped. Like, I feel like it's just a by there, but you see, there's a certain time we had, like, a game, and then there's a girl who made a comment. And then there were some boys who, like, went on trashing. And I'm like, guys, if it were me, then someone did that. Si mngeenda kumpiga, then why are you doing that? So I really brought in the culture respect to the girls, by the way. You have sisters back at home, you have like mothers, cousins who are girls. So let's not like do that. And I've really seen like how the boys treat girls, and the respect like is really there. So that I felt like I'm proud of that. Like, oh, my boys are growing. Yeah, like actually, even the most who are like, I can never do that. They are really doing that. So at some point, I think I've had a little impact on them.
Yeah.
So and I'd really want to see me being a team manager for the Kenya Lionesses at some point.
You know, I was team manager once for the Kenya Lionesses way back.
Yeah, I really want to. Actually, I always say I want to work with a girls' team at some point.
I love it.
Yeah, so I will get there.
You will get there.
I have to.
Yes.
Have to. Yeah. So that is my dream, actually, to work with the Kenya Lionesses. I've had few interaction with some of them, and I'll mention them at some point.
Yeah.
And they're really kind, and there's a way that being like with the girls also is a good thing. Like if it's there's like at some point it will only be like a feminine energy like across the girls team, it's going to be like a good thing. Feel like from the TM being a female, physio being a female, coach being a female, I think it's a good thing, because even for these other big clubs and other outside, you'd see like for a team it's a ladies team and everyone there is a woman. So yeah. And I really hope by the time I'm there we get more support, some to support guys. Yeah, to support. Yeah. Because there are things I really want to like impact in that team.
Yeah. You're speaking to my heart right now. Yeah. It's oh God. It feels good to hear someone, to hear another woman, almost generations, apart, be able to see what we are seeing already, and to have the passion for the women's team.
Yeah.
I was just having a conversation. So at the Legends game, we had about 5 of us, former Kenya Lionesses, and a few current team managers. And it was an interesting mix of women in rugby. And we're having a casual conversation on how to support the women's game. And we talked about many things, and it's almost like you were there, because everything you just said, around increasing the capacity of women in rugby to take up these leadership positions, of embracing who we are, embracing our feminine energy and bringing that to the space, of just creating a structure where the women's team can be supported, And so, that's why I loved hearing you say it, because at least it wasn't just, it's not wishful thinking on our part. It's great to see that someone like you sees that as well as the future that women's rugby needs, And for you to say that your dream is to be the team manager. If there was something that I could do to make it happen, and maybe there is, maybe in my own part, there's something that I can do, I think you definitely have what the women's team would need. So I pray that it happens.
Amen to that.
Yeah. I've forgotten what I wanted to ask you. Yes. Or maybe, tell me. So you're now a woman in rugby, and there's been women in rugby that have come before you. What can we do to make your path easier?
First of all, I think it was just a mention. I think we should be totally fair to each other. If you find me in a situation and you really know, like, I'm working towards this, like, I think it should make it easier for me, because I've seen, like, in a scenario where, which was so wrong. Opportunity was supposed to be like for a girl, but it was given to a man. So I'm like, if you're a woman there, and usually let such things happen. If it was hard for you when you are getting there, make it easier for me when I'm like there, because you're already there. You've faced maybe that discrimination and all that, but now you're there. Make it easy for me to like step up and open those doors for me. Yeah, and also if you see like, let's say for example, like, yeah, I want to be a TM and you were once a TM, mentor me to like be like a better TM. Yeah.
Okay. So have an intentional support structure
Yeah.
around women in rugby.
Let's be like, let it not be like how people make fun of it, yeah. An enemy of a woman is a woman. Like, we change that narrative. Yeah. Because that indeed will make it like be different. Let that sisterhood, the same way they say brotherhood.
Yeah.
Let that sisterhood win for all of us.
Unapologetically.
Yep.
Okay.
Yeah.
I get you. If you had the team manager, current team manager, Kenya Lionesses, if you had Harriet, our chairperson of the Kenya Rugby Union, if you had, let's say, Mary Ocheng, coach for Impala, probably one of the best coaches we have, male or female in the country, my personal opinion, seated with you here right now, what would you tell them?
Mkini support walai.
Okay, and then?
But I'd really tell them, we are looking unto you guys. By the way, you've been here like from generation to generation. Of course, you know more than me.
Yeah.
At some point, I'd be doing this thinking, because my way of thinking is not the same way of thinking, because you've seen more like than me. By the time you're even playing, maybe I wasn't even born. So, I think immediately you see, you've already seen me, you've known me. And I think you think at some point this will work for me and this won't. For me, I really value advice. Yeah. If you come and tell me about the Keshi, if you go like this, it isn't right.
Yeah.
Because I'll respect you're like elder than me, so I'll of course follow up. And yeah, so I think advise me where it's right. Create opportunity for me.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
And yeah, they pray for God's favor. Pray me favor, man.
Yes.
Yeah.
For sure. For sure. I agree. I think it's really about, you shouldn't have to reinvent the wheel. I didn't have a manual when I was team manager for the women's national team. But surely that manual should be available now for you.
Yeah. You've been
Right?
there. Yeah, several have been there.
Yeah, that's an interesting challenge. There is no manual to be team manager for a club, let alone a club as Machine that has such a rich history.
Yeah.
But surely there should be people that can surround you and help you be the best version of yourself as your team manager for that, for the team. So I hear you, and I hope these other women in rugby hearing you as well. Yeah. So, my last question. As you probably know by now, my podcast is all about women in rugby.
Of course.
Is also about our allies and just amplifying their stories and making sure that people know about them, know their stories, and can support them, where they can. Who else do you think I should interview?
Can I mention two?
Yeah.
I'd say Naomi Chilagat and Faith Liboy.
Okay.
At some point in rugby, I'm not sure if they know, but they were too nice to me the moment that I really needed it.
Oh, really?
Yeah, because I was like, yes, of course, I'm getting a lot of male energy. So, but there's a point they were too kind, and they really even don't know.
Mm-hmm.
So, like, they said hi, and then the next time I was meeting them, that bathroom talk, hi, you look nice. Oh, you're in machine.
The bathroom talk.
Yeah, that bathroom talk. Yeah. So, yeah, they actually it made an impact to me. And I find every other time when I see them, they're just like, hi. And for Chela, I think we met in, I guess, Knock Forum.
Mm.
And then I'd mentioned this kuna kitu nataka kununua, but I sijui town. You know, she took me to buy whatever I wanted to go buy. Imagine.
Wow.
Imagine. So and I'm like, new. And then I just mentioned I'm in like sports and nini.
Yeah.
But then, of course, when you first meet me, I'm always silent. But when I notice I can be comfortable, certified yapper. So, yeah. So by then, there was also Sharon Oma, but I hear right now she's abroad. So for her too, she took me like to stage. We were like, well, we went to town and then we were taken to like railways. And I'm like, from here, bearing najua. Hapa mkiniacha nimepotea. Yeah, so she took me all the way like to the stage, and then she went back. Actually, she was going far. Imagine, because the place we were dropped, it's where she was supposed to take her maths from. But she took me all the way to where I was supposed to go, and then came back. So imagine, I'm sure for her, she's like, that was something small. But you see, these small things you do, act of kindness, they really create a big impact onto someone. So those three girls, at some point, they've really sparked that light in me.
Yeah. Oh, that's really nice to hear. Cool.
Yeah.
Like I always say, challenge accepted. Over the course of these interviews that I've been having, a lot of fantastic women have been mentioned as people that I should invite to the podcast. And I feel like I'm getting there where, because what then happens is I have to go to them and I say, hey, I've been told you need to be on my podcast, so let's make it happen. And a good number of them are saying yes. And so I feel like I may have a season 2 in me because
Definitely.
I have this whole list of fantastic women whose stories I would love to tell, and that other people have said, you know, these are stories that the world needs to hear. So I'm excited. Yeah.
Oh, also another thing. I think as much as another support like the women who can like help us with is, I think as much as the support to get rugby wise, I think professional wise, they should also do that. Like if you find me, I'm in this certain field and you have a connection to that field, why not like connect with that? Yeah. So I think as much as we are supporting each other rugby wise, I think also remind each other like professional, like as a woman, that degree, that it's a good and a degree hotter for you.
Yes.
Yeah, it's a plus.
Yeah.
So as much as we're creating this opportunity with rugby, also like academically, we do the same thing. Yeah.
Awesome. This has been fantastic.
Definitely.
You know what I've loved about this conversation and about talking to you is that you're unafraid. You're very unafraid. I can't imagine at your age. I mean, for me at Machine, it was very easy because I was introduced by my brother. And so for my first years at Machine, my brother was there. So no one was going to mess with me,
of course,
you know. But for you, it was different. You just walked in and you said, here I am to lead you. You know, and it just feels like that has been you through and through. It's like we're going to make the club work. I'm going to take charge of things that need to be taken charge of, and I'm going to take up the role of team manager. I'm going to be unafraid to ask, because I love the interaction that you're already having with the old boys that you have access to. I'm going to tell other women in rugby, that have been there before me, that they need to create a path for me, that they need to create opportunities for me. And I just love your courage. That's not everyone, Keshi. I hope you understand. That's not everyone. That's not all women. We don't all sit on a stage and say, this is what I need from you. Sometimes we tend to apologize for the things that we want. But it's been refreshing to watch you just say it as it is. I feel challenged. I try to challenge my guests when they come on this podcast, but you've challenged me to do the things that I've been saying that I'll do.
Yeah.
So thank you for that.
You're welcome.
Yeah. And thank you for being on my podcast.
You're welcome.
Awesome.
Yeah.